everyone, welcome to the session. So in this particular video, we will start our implementation part. And I know that you all are waiting for this particular videos only. So I hope that until so far you are following the trend of the sequence of the videos which are given in the project part. And so far you will be able to get an understanding about the problem statement and the approach that we're going to have in this particular project. With this, let's get started with the today's video. So first of all, what you're supposed to do is that you're supposed to, clone this particular project in your local environment. So what you can do is that you just need to copy the link, and after that you just need to, open the CMD command prompt, and inside that you need to hit a command like whichever path you are in. For example, I am in C users and then Priya. You just need to type a command git clone, and after that this particular thing will happen. The URL you need to paste it here, and after that automatically the clone will happen, and you will be able to get the folder name by the name of a customer segmentation inside this particular repository of C users and then Priya. But I'm not doing this thing. I just want to show you. So what's the command of that? Why? Because I already have done this task, and now I have the folder of customer segmentation inside this particular folder. So let me do one thing. Let me go inside this particular folder and let me open the code file that I just want to show you. So I hope that everyone can see my Visual Studio pretty well now. Okay, so what I can do here is that, or what I want to do here is that, okay, so here now, first of all, I want to discuss in this particular video about the complete EDA part. Now, by saying that, please try to understand here that our real focus is not to talk about that how EDA will happen. There will be few things which I will talk about in these videos, and there will be few things which I will give you as an assignment problems to explore more about the same. So the very first thing is the EDA, and few things I will do for sure. I'll try to explain to you that what we will try to do in this EDA. But apart from that, my major request from you all is that please try to do exploratory data analysis on your own only. Please don't focus on the tools or the things that we are going to use in this particular file. And even I will also not explain all those stuffs in very much depth. That is your work. Please try to do that, because I'm expecting everyone whosoever is listening to this project is having a clear-cut idea that how usually EDA will happen in any of the given data set. So let's get started with this part. What I will do is maybe let me try to do one thing here if I can. So here, if I'll just open my Jupyter notebook, let's see. So yes, I will be able to open that. Now what I want to do here, so this project is there inside my Jupyter notebook. Maybe I'll just try to, open the new file here, which is maybe by the name of EDA for the, demonstration part. So what I will do here is that I'll try to demonstrate you few things. Again, I'm saying I have a complete file, which I already shown to you, right? I have a complete file with me that you can clearly see, right? But I really just don't want you to explain each and every line of stuff in this particular file, because I really want you to do the EDA part. This is really simple. On the same note, I want to say that this is really important for you all to understand, right? So let's do one thing here. What I will do is that I'll try to you just open that particular Jupyter notebook which we just have seen. Okay, I hope my screen is properly visible to everyone. So what we have here, let's try to first of all import all the required libraries that we want. So import NumPy as NP, import pandas as PD, import matplotlib as PLT, import Seaborn as SNS. So here, whatever the required libraries I have, I'm just importing that. So no module named pandas, so it means I need to do the installation also. Let me do one thing, pip install pandas. Now let it run. Basically here you need to understand, right? Here you need to understand one thing. Okay, so let me do one more thing, pip install matplotlib. So here you need to understand one thing, that how basically we used to read the file. So data is equals to, so here I will not show you everything. I'll give you a few of the things as an assignment part, and you try to do the changes in this particular file itself. Okay, I'll share this file with you all. Again, Seaborn, I think we need to do the installation for that as well. So let me do one thing, pip install C. Okay. Now I think it should not show any error. Yes. So it will be pd.read_csv. And here what I will do is that my file name is, I think, if I'm not wrong, it is marketingcampaign.csv. Can I just have a look into that? I'm just copying the name, right? So this is how basically we can read the data in our dataset. I hope everyone knows these stuffs, right? Now what we can do, we can say data.head and we will be able to capture the topmost 5 records. Now here you can see one thing. Just try to, understand this particular part pretty much clearly. We will be starting with ID, then we will be having year birth, education, marital status, income, and so on until the response. So depending upon these features that I have, so if I just want to see the column names, I just want to show you what are the columns that we have inside this particular, data set. So we can see that we will be having all these columns. Now, depending upon all these features, what I really want as a very first thing is, I really want to do the segmentation task. I really want to apply the clustering algorithm. And once I will be able to get the target column, then I will be able to apply the classification task, so that in future if new record will come, I will be able to get the cluster corresponding to that, get the target column corresponding to that. So this is something which you can clearly see is an unsupervised technique as the very first thing. The task one is unsupervised one because here I don't have as of now any target column. We will create that. We will create that in data transformation step, which I will show you. Don't worry about that. So this is something that we have as the columns. Now suppose I want to see the data types of each and every feature that I have. So very simple. Again, you have to just type D types and you will be able to get the data type of each and every column which is given to us, right? Now, if suppose we, want to see what is the, shape of our data. So you can see that how many number of records that we have. We will be having approximately in our data set 2,240 records and 29 number of features that we have, right? Now, suppose I want to see how many none values are there. So we can say data dot is null dot sum. So if we just run this, we will be able to get that, okay, we will be having in income 24 none values. Apart from that, there is no as such missing values or the null values that we have inside our features that we have. Now, if suppose I want to see the information of each and every feature that I have, what I can do is that I can just apply this info function and I will be able to get the information of the column that we have, right? What is the count of that? What is the D type of that? Similarly, in order to see the statistical portion of our data set, what we can do, we can say data.describe. I hope that all these things, whatever I am saying here, you already are aware of. Here you can see that, okay, we will be able to get the count of the features that we have. We will be able to get what is the mean, what is the standard deviation, what is the minimum value, what is the 25 percentile value, say 50 percentile value. 50 percentile is nothing but the median only. And then 75 percentile value and then maxima value. So here we will be able to get all the statistical measures of our given data that we have. Now, given all these things, what you supposed to do? What is the important thing that you need to find out? For example, you need to find out the correlation coefficient heat map in the given available features that we have, so that if two features are highly correlated, you will be easily able to drop one of them. You need to find out mainly that, is the data contains outliers or not. So outliers detection. Now, how we can do that? We can do that using the box plot creation. And after that, if there is an outlier, so, by applying that IQR range, we will be able to remove those outliers. You need to see the distribution of data and you need to see that, okay, if the distribution is a skewed distribution, then, or I would say if it is skewed or unskewed, non-skewed. So you need to see whether its distribution is symmetric or non-symmetric. And accordingly, you need to do the data imputation for the null values that we are seeing here, right? So all these things, if you will see here in this particular file, which I was talking about, is already available. But here, if you will observe, see, this is what the correlation coefficient I was talking about. Basically, it is checking the multi-collinearity in a numerical features. And if the two features are highly collinear, at that point of time we need to remove one of them. Why is that? So because when we say that the two features are highly collinear, the simple meaning is that the information that they want to give to the model to get the predictions or to get the clusters is similar. So why to give those features, all the features? Why not to remove few of them? So all these things I hope you already are aware of. Similarly, we need to do the feature extraction, where what we try to do is that we will try to describe the profile of the customer, maybe by seeing, for example, children, how many, total number of children in the household that we have. That is nothing but the summation of the kid home plus teen home, creating the family size. So here, basically, if you will see, we will try to extract the features here. Similarly, this is what I have already talked about. Again, this is the report which you can clearly generate, distributions which you can clearly see, right? So this file, don't worry, I will give you. But what I really want from you all is that please don't see this file. Try to do the EDA task at least of this project on your own. And then refer this file where you can see that, okay, what other things I can explore. There might be a case where you will see that there is a lot that you already did, which is not there in this file. But we can do. See, EDA is something where, we need to spend the maximum time, because the more clear features you will be able to get, the more filtered features you will be able to gain, the more accurate models you will be able to make. That is the simple thing that you need to understand here. So please try to, pay attention towards this EDA task. Here you can see that in the final report, we have mentioned that this data set has outliers. So here, if I'll just show you the outlier part, I'll show you. It contains the outliers you will see in these columns: wines, fruit, meat, total spending column, multi-collinearity in total spending, wines, fruits. So we have to handle those in feature engineering steps. We have dropped the ID column as it will not able to participate in the model building task. Column Z contact, Z revenue does have constant values. As this column doesn't have variance, we have dropped these columns. So here we need to understand that which particular columns are pretty much important for us to, which will help us to, do the final prediction, and which particular column are not responsible for giving this the final prediction. And those who are not responsible, we need to remove those particular columns, right? After that, after this EDA task here, I can just show you, just for the demonstration purpose. In the feature engineering file, you will see that there must be the outlier part, which I really want to show you here. Yes. So here you can see that for every particular feature that we have, we are creating a box plot. Now this box plot will help me to understand that what are the outliers that we have. I hope you can clearly see that these dots are something which we can say is an outlier. And that is something which we need to treat. So here we need to see that which columns contains the outliers. For example, here we have mentioned also. Then how basically we can remove those outliers by specifying the, quantile range, right? So this is something that we need to understand. And this I'll talk about later. What is PCA, Silhouette score? These things we will maybe take care in the upcoming part of the videos. And yes, this is all about which I want to deal in this particular video. Again, this is something which I will talk about again later. So majorly here, your focus is to do the EDA on the given data set. Now in the EDA part, you need to understand that what things that you can apply to get a final, what I would say, sorted and the filtered amount of features, which contains no outliers, which contains no missing values, which contains all the transformed features that we really want, which contains only those features which are not having high correlation coefficient. So all these stuffs you need to take care of. By the way, I'm giving that file as well in the resources, but please make sure that don't refer that file. Try to, this file also I will give you with respect to EDA demonstration. Try to do more stuffs on top of this file itself, where we know now how many null values are there. We know now which column indicates what data types. We know now what is the description of our, data set that we have. Please try to do the things on your own in this particular file and try to get a proper data set that we used to deal with in the future part of the videos, where we will start our training pipeline and we'll try to see the each and every file of data ingestion, data validation, data transformation, then model training, model pusher, all these things we will try to see in our next upcoming class. So with this, let's end this video. I hope that you will do this assignment for sure. We'll try to spend this time on this EDA part, and if you will face any trouble, I'm just one mail away. You can just either connect with me on LinkedIn, or you can just do me a mail with respect to the problem that you are facing, and we'll try to resolve it out. And with this, let's end this video. I'll see you all in my next upcoming video.